Good morning, everyone.
What's up, everyone?
Welcome to the end of the world tour.
Yeah, so as you know, I have kind of sunglasses because it's really sunny indoors.
As you know, guys, we've been traveling around the world for the past year, and we had to repack 20 pack many times. So we thought, Trina and we thought we would share with you our best packing tips if you're going on a world tour or if you're going to Southeast Asia. If you're going to the Philippines, for example, we want to share with you what's in the bag, why it's essential, and you will see there are tons of gems that might save your life in those bags, so please don't dismiss it. Trina, I just want to tell them, if you're impatient, there is a cheat sheet with all the stuff that is in a PDF that you can download. The link is in the description. So if you don't want to see us talk and explain why we're taking those items, you'll see some of them are really weird. Well, you can download the cheat sheet. Trina? Ready?
Yeah, so before we started the world tour, I looked up a whole bunch of stuff online of how to pack, not just for a world tour, but pack for a 1-year trip around the world, because that is a lot. At the end of the day, it was like, take 4 t-shirts, take 2 tank tops, take 2 pairs of shorts, etc., etc. That all went out the window. My biggest problem was how to actually fit everything that you want to take with you into one backpack. So I think that's the best thing to show you guys, is how to actually fit all the stuff that you want to take on a world tour in one backpack for 1 year. Let's get started.
Before, do you think people should take a backpack or a suitcase? Because guys, this is, you have to carry it.
You have to carry
all
that
the time. So sometimes it's a bit inconvenient. What do you think, backpack or suitcase, now that we've done 12 months?
I would, if I had to do it all over again, I'd still take the backpack, just because of the nature of the trip that we were doing. So it wasn't just, oh, let's hop in a, Uber. It was a lot of boats. It was a lot of, sometimes,
I think if you're in
around.
Southeast Asia and you're going to remote islands, or you want to go to beautiful places, even if you're going on 2-week trips, that backpack is very practical. You can carry it over your head. It's very easy. You can walk in the water with it. The problem with the suitcase is it's not as easy, but whenever there is a road, it's so much nicer to carry.
Well,
around.
yeah, if you're gonna be in a city and stuff like that, but otherwise,
yeah, if you're going to the islands, backpack,
just
amazing.
do some squats. Like before you go on your world tour, just make sure to get in 100 squats maybe every day. Just work those leg muscles, and then this is gonna be a piece of cake.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, Trina, what is in your bag? And I'm gonna show what's in mine too, but there was no space for 2 bags.
Can you put the thing on the table, please?
That's why you should never get a bag.
You just literally threw it down on me. Okay, so
you have to go a little bit higher, Trina, because you're gonna disappear.
I'm gonna show you guys. All right, so first thing first, pick out a good backpack. What I love about this backpack is it's compartmentalized. A lot of the backpacks are gonna have lots of compartments for you. The bottom compartment, something to note, this is a feature that Pierre's backpack did not have.
Yeah, it
has the ability to open up in the front. So you not only get it through here, but you get through here. That is great. So starting with, what should we start with first? The clothes?
Yeah, start with the biggest parts.
Okay, so I think something to note, these are essential. These packing cubes, I think they save the both of us, right?
You can find them for cheap on Amazon. We put a few links. I think it's like $9 or $12 for 3 or 4.
For 3 packs
of
sizes.
So essential, guys. It just compartmentalizes in your bag. Yeah.
And for you ladies out there, like I was saying before, what you pack really depends on where you're going and your style. If you want to know what I personally packed, you can go ahead and take a look at the PDF that we're including. I'm listing every single thing down, but here I just want to go over the essentials.
Yeah, because clothes is very personal also, like it depends on each individual.
I think the important part really is your main clothes cannot exceed this bag. So I made sure whatever I took, I can't take more than this bag. So like I said, I'm not listing everything down, but here were the main essentials. I think the #1 thing, if you can't take anything, take a sarong. Like this is a towel, this is a cover up when it gets sunny, this is, I don't know, on the beach, everything. It was just so useful. I can't tell you, a scarf, I can't tell you how many times I use this little sarong. Go ahead and take it. If you are going to Indonesia or Thailand for the first time, maybe you don't need to take it, just buy one there for less than $5. $5, you're probably overpaying for it, but
yeah, you're honestly. But we might create our own inspired by 12 sarongs, guys. If you're interested, let us know in the comments.
The other thing that I'd really recommend, like when you're thinking of going to Southeast Asia, you don't really think of taking long sleeve or long pants. Long pants came super handy in places that you might need to be covered up in. Something very mosquitoes too, but like India, for example, just covering up your arms and legs, that was super handy. I picked this up in Indonesia for $3. Here, a light white basic shirt. I was in rompers all the time. One really nice dress. Rain jacket, no umbrella rain jacket, and ponchos is what my essentials were.
Ponchos, guys. I'm gonna talk about the rain and the dangers in a second, but ponchos are the essential thing. Forget about her rain jacket. It's useless if you're on a scooter or if there is a typhoon. The poncho, I'm sorry, Trina, but the poncho is gonna cover you and your backpack, and it is critical to have it. And I'm being serious, guys. Trust me from my experience of many travels in Southeast. Pick one up before you're going, a good quality one, because they rip apart very quickly, the cheap ones you buy. I think I dropped the link in the description also. I think I paid $9 on Amazon for it. You could find something for $2 over there, but it's not gonna be that great. What do you have more essentials, Trina?
I do.
That was the clothing part.
Yeah, the clothing part. The other essentials are, again, just taking advantage, and we'll go through this very quickly. That was my clothing. Bathing suits are not clothing, women. It's okay. Like, you can have another pouch for your swimming suits. Because we were going to these tropical islands, I just packed a whole bunch of bikinis. The great thing about that is they are lightweight. Other thing was toiletries. I had 2 bags of toiletries. I know that sounds like a lot, right? But it's a year of travel, and you know what? Getting away a year of travel with just one bottle of cream.
1 year or 2 weeks, it doesn't matter.
Whatever. What I will say though is these are the lotion. This is makeup. I hardly wore any makeup except for my trusty lipstick. So if you could just take one thing that adds a pop of color to your tan when you're out there, that one tube of your favorite lipstick, don't forget that. And then maybe some bronzer and some coconut oil, because you can use coconut oil everywhere. It's great. Just don't tan with it, because then you might burn. Someone said that they tried that and they came back as a lobster. Obviously, don't do that.
Yeah.
Another one of these trusty sacks for your undies. That's it. And then a pair of sneakers, but sneakers that are fabric or that have some sort of mesh. The point is that you can easily get them wet. They're gonna dry super fast. Hiking, mountain, muddy, wash it, you're good, you're done. And some people may think we're crazy, but we also took a yoga mat.
Oh yeah, you had your yoga mat.
The lightest possible yoga mat that you can find.
That's not the one.
This is not the one. This is like a really
This is another one.
good, but the lightest possible yoga mat.
It wasn't
that you
actually
can
a
find.
yoga mat. It's an exercise mat, and it was from Nike. I remember. It's called exercise mat because it's a little bit thinner and lighter. Yoga mats are like
and I was
stronger.
gonna kill him though, because we use it for everything. When you broke the car window, you used it as a cover for the car window, and it went
I slept on
perfectly in
it.
place.
I used it as a
Tal
pillow
slept
too.
on it. We had friends sleep on it in our
It was
hotel room.
so helpful.
But it was
so cool.
good. And then, because we were traveling to islands and tropical destinations, we knew that we were going to do a lot of swimming underwater. We took our own fins, mask, and
yeah, I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I brought. So in terms of swimming, this is what I had. I had my pouch here, which had basically my swimming trunk, a mask, a snorkel, and lycra, because essential if you don't want to burn in the water. I'm telling you, you're gonna burn like a crazy lobster if you stay too long there. So get a lycra, and the most essential was actually fins, and I got that cool company called Eliter Shoes, and they basically send me those to test, and they're absolutely awesome, because the problem is when you're swimming in some areas, you're on rocks, etc. And I don't know if you've ever tried walking with fins, Trina.
yeah, backwards.
It just doesn't work. It's terrible. You flip, you fall all the time. It's terrible. But they made those, and they're like, I think you would like those. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's try those. And it's basically a shoe with a little extension for a fin. And you can, I was running with those the other day on the beach, and I went swimming, and it was absolutely mind-blowing.
Can you run with these?
Yes, I did run with those on the beach, and I was on lava rocks. It is absolutely amazing. You don't feel anything, which means you can just go walk. You know when you're walking with low water on rocks, and you don't want to be stepping on a stingray. You know, if you're stepping on a stingray and you're barefoot, that's not a good idea. Or even
Do they double as like aqua shoes?
well, those are aqua shoes that have been extended into fins because that brand does aqua shoes normally. Very, very cool. Oh, guys, there is a 15% discount they gave us. If you guys want to grab those, the discount code is on the screen and in the description below. You can check it out. And guys, I don't talk about products I don't like. Those are really lifesavers if you're a little bit afraid of stepping on dangerous animals and also just not hurting your feet in the rocks. And you want to swim with those because I could swim. That's great.
Yes.
Get more propulsion. Now, we're gonna get to the most important ever.
What is that?
The most important ever is, guys, this. It is very cheap. You can get 200 of those for maybe $3. Yes, it's a garbage bag, maybe 100-liter garbage bag. And I'm gonna tell you something. When you're going on a boat, sometimes you might have giant splashes. Sometimes it might sink. Sometimes you might be stuck in a typhoon and you're gonna be walking under the rain. Or you might be stuck in a terrible situation or your bag is on top of a bus and then it rained, it pours. You wanna put your big backpack in one of those. If you put your backpack in that and you just close it, you're gonna be fine. It's gonna be amazing. Nothing is gonna be wet.
That's Pierre's version of a giant dry bag.
Yes, because you want to put that in it. The last thing you want is have all your charger die, your phone to go bust, your passport to be wet. Guys, everything happened to me. That's why that's why I can really talk from experience. Next is that pouch that I have in my bag.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, as we didn't mention, but I have my own bag. It's 70-liter. But there are a few items I carry with me all the time that are, I think, very, very important. Can we move that guy around? Yep. All right. So a few things. First of all, let's start with this guy.
I forgot about that.
This is a silk. What do you call that?
It's a silk liner. It's like a sleeping
silk
bag.
Liner,
You can find it in the sleeping bag aisle.
As you can see, it's been used because I kind of ripped it a little bit apart.
We use that so much.
So cool. So it gives you about 5 degrees Celsius increase in temperature and feel. It doesn't really matter so much about the temperature in Southeast Asia. It's all about you want to stay clean. You might want to have something a little bit protective on top of you when you're sleeping, and also some mattresses or places are not always the cleanest. You can use that, sleep in it, and you're gonna feel a lot better if the sheets are not the best. Because even nice places sometimes have the sheets.
That's a good investment. If you,
it's like $30. It's not cheap because it's silk, but don't get the cotton ones. They're gonna get moldy. They're gonna get drenched.
They smell.
They're gonna smell. It's terrible. Get the silk one. Invest in it. It's gonna be a little bit more. Next is obviously first aid kit. You need one of those because lots of parts in this world don't have easy access to medicine. Yeah, let's say it. Medicine, also stuff if you have a giant bruise or if you cut yourself, etc. Very important. I also took a very broad antibiotic beforehand because some of those regions don't have antibiotics, so it's very difficult to get. And if you, for example, if you cut yourself and then it starts infecting, you want to have something like penicillin, or this one is amoxicillin. You want to have that. Usually some of those are included in it, but you might need a prescription and do it on your own. So get that in it. Also put something called biafine.
This is very, very, very popular. I think they might have biafine in the US as well. But it's basically a cream that you put on for like severe burns or kind of rashes. It is just really good. And a lot of makeup artists use it on your face too. So this is a French pharmacy staple just because it's so good for your skin.
Oh really?
Just FYI.
Guys, it is incredible. If you have a giant sunburn, it's gonna save your life, and also if you burn yourself. So they use that in the hospitals for people who have like 3rd-degree burns. Essential. That is essential. Now that that's said, you want to prevent having sunburn, so obviously get a good sunscreen. And guys, please be mindful, normal sunscreen damage corals. So when you're going in the ocean, you're gonna leak the sunscreen, it's gonna go on the coral, it's gonna kill them.
It causes coral bleaching.
Exactly. So please, please, please be careful. Get one that is coral safe, and also make sure it doesn't have like a paraben and a bunch of chemicals in it. You can find very natural ones that work really well, And if you're going a lot in the water, get the one that are really thick for surfing. Ask them for sport sunscreen. You want to talk about that guy? Because we should sell those, because we've been like...
This guy, we've used this for years right now against mosquitoes. We actually don't take any kind of that chemical DEET mosquito spray.
No.
We just use lemongrass essential oils, put a few drops in your hand, rub it on your skin, and it works so well, and it is really good for the environment. It's not going to be damaging for you or...
No, it's all natural, and it works better than any chemical ones I have had. I mean, I spent a lot of time in Nigeria, and my previous company used to give me like the best of the best chemical ones, and it was awful. It just never worked. That... I will say the smell, I needed time to get used to it. It's just very potent. It's just lemongrass smell, but it's very strong.
So I introduced this to Pierre, and he used to call it, I would be like, oh, this is mosquito repellent.
She loved it, and I was like...
He used to call it man repellent. So it does take some time to get used to, but it's worth it.
Essential.
We were in Borneo with that.
And you don't want to get malaria or whatever, so get those. I mean, the chemical ones are... they really didn't work for me. So next thing is a knife. Knife is essential, guys. I always have my knife if you want to cut a coconut, if you want to cut an orange, bananas, whatever you have, you always need a knife. And that one, in case I'm ever lost on the desert island, I can't make a fire, I actually have a firestone at the back, and I can make sparks, and then I can start a fire. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's
just
really
amazing
cool.
to note that we were not
don't take that and carry on.
Exactly.
Yes.
Just this little thing.
Very good point, Trina. Very, very good point. What else? Here I've got also a few waterproof matches. You can find those in the US. Very practical. Sewing kit that I took in the hotel. It saved me. I had to sew some stuff on my clothing. Some energy thing, anything. Always get a snack or two hidden in your backpack that you will forget about, but the day you're dying from hunger, you will find it and you will be the happiest man in the world. Also, last but not least, those guys, nylon straps, or maybe another type that is more environmental friendly, but if you want to lock your bag and make sure no one ever opens it, you tighten it. The only way they can open it is cut it. So you will know if it has been opened or not. And last, you want to talk about those pouches?
I don't know. What is it? What's in it? I just like opened it up.
It's just cable. It's another little pouch or that one, and just put all your cables in it. It's very practical. That way you can have easy access when you're arriving in a new location.
An adapter.
Oh.
So yeah, a multi-international. Multi-global international.
Mr. Worldwide.
Travel plug, and yeah, there you go.
Travel plug, essential. You want to have adapters everywhere. Woo! All right. Do you guys have any questions? Do you think they have questions? Do you have questions?
I don't know. That was a lot. I think
that's a lot.
What's your number one tip? If you could just, besides all the point, if you could, like something
number
that you
one
did
tip,
well.
Guys, if you're from the US, for example, or if you're from Europe, do not worry. Other countries in this world have clothing stores. You don't need to bring your whole closet with you. You're gonna use only 20% of whatever you bring anyways. Oh, no, I forgot.
The water bottle?
I forgot. Yes, there are two things. Oh God, two things. Okay, if you're a guy or even a girl, you want to get t-shirts. You might get the cotton ones, but if there are sales around you, go check if they have merino wool t-shirts, because that is insane. That is insane. It's super light. It's super breathable. It dries in like seconds, and also it never smells. I can wear it for a week and it will smell after a week only, and like really outdoors sweaty type of things. I'm not talking about like you're just staying at home. No. I'm talking you're going all day long with that. That t-shirt has been beaten up like crazy over this war tour. We just got a new one, and yeah, it's essential. You don't have one, but
no, I don't really use those.
Oh, you don't smell?
No, I don't think I really wore t-shirts.
And last is get a water bottle with a filter inside. Please be mindful if you're going to other countries, and if you love nature, if you love seeing what is around you and discovering countries, the last thing you want is to go to a landfill of trash. So avoid buying water bottles everywhere. It really damages everything around you, the environment, everything. So be a good traveler, be a cool guy, be one of those forward-thinking person, and get a water bottle with a filter built in, which means you can refill your water bottle anywhere in the world. You can even drink from the rivers if you want. Also, great tip, if you take small flight, cheap flights, you can also refill in an airport. You know the water in an airport has terrible taste because they want you to buy water bottles. Well, you go through security with that empty, then you fill it in the toilets and you don't need to buy water anymore after.
In the bathroom,
really
not like
good.
from the toilet, guys. Just like clarifying.
Yeah, no, you go like that then. Filters everything. Trina, one more thing you want to say?
I think that's it for me. Yeah, just go ahead, and there's so much. I think my number one problem was just fitting everything that I wanted to take and having a manageable weight. At the end, I did get rid of a lot of stuff, so I would recycle. I'd bring maybe a dress, go to one country, didn't need it. You can go ahead and donate it, even leave it at your hotel. The people who are working in the hotel are super happy to just find some cool clothing that they can use, and then you'll just pick up some for a few dollars, especially if you're in Southeast Asia. So don't fret about the clothes, like Pierre said.
No, it's really good. And I'm being serious, guys, in terms of mask and fins. You might not think you need them, but the last thing you want to do is to get on a beautiful island in Southeast Asia and have no one to rent you any snorkeling gear. With that being said, guys, if you're interested in the next video, we will be sharing how to actually take the steps to preparing a world tour like that.
Planning, logistics.
Planning, quitting your
finances.
job. You need to quit your job or not. Trina, I think you really want to talk about that. Cool, she has some tips. Alright guys, we hope you have enjoyed that video, and stay tuned for the next adventure. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. You will see life has pretty awesome plans for us, and we will see you in the next episode. Are you ready, Trina?
Yeah.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.